Wellness is being disciplined and realistic. It is being gentle and assertive. It is being calm and determined. There are ways to find balances between all of these things. It just takes a necessary step back, like taking a step back from yourself to say, like, okay, I'm going to start to do the work. And this is what the work will look like for me. It might not look the same for someone else, but this is what it looks like for me. And that's all I need to do to start. That's all I need to know to start. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley Mae. For those of you who are new here, I am an author, an artist, and a life coach. And today's video is a part of my March motivation series titled How to Combat Self-Sabotage. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like button, comment in the comment section down below what you liked about it, and subscribe to the channel for future videos. So I wanted to start this video off by saying that clearly I'm not in my typical space for filming. I have class this weekend, so we're out here with our laptops with my beautiful affirmation sticker. I'm already making myself proud, hence me finding the time to film this for you guys. And I just have, like in similar videos, 5 quick tips to share with you on how to combat self-sabotage and what I have done in moments that have made it really difficult for me to not like really beat myself up over the things that go on in my mind. I wanted to start this off by saying that the first thing that you can do to combat self-sabotage is to know your worth and remember your value. For me, a great way to know my worth and remember my value is to place sticky notes or things similar to the affirmation sticker that I just showed you in my environment and in the space that's around me. That's a great reminder of knowing that I am worthy, that I am doing things, especially when everything in my mind is telling me otherwise. And putting these reminders in our environment can come in the forms of whether you have stickers or sticky notes or whatever else, but it also comes in the form of putting certain people in your environment to remind you of what it is you know you're focused on and what it is you know you have within yourself. This can be quotes, whether you have quotes on the wall or you have quotes in your bedroom somewhere. Like I used to have a quote on the bathroom mirror so that every time I go into the bathroom, I see my little Winnie the Pooh quote that says that I am stronger than I seem, braver than I believe, whatever the Winnie the Pooh quote is, but the quote that I very much love, just as a reminder. So knowing your worth and holding on to that and reminding yourself of your value can really help pull you out of that place where your mind is starting to attack itself and you feel like you are your own worst enemy, because we do all have those moments and you are not alone in that. The second tip is to learn to rest and to actually do so. My self-sabotaging tendencies really do come to fruition when I forget to take enough time to myself to rest. I will pile and pile and pile on my plate all these things that I think I want to do or have to do, and then when it comes to time to actually doing them, I'm absolutely exhausted, and so I wind up not getting them done at all. So in order to combat that, I have had to create designated time for rest and what rest looks like for me, and then stick with that so that I can then have the energy and fuel to get the things that I want to get done. One of my big goals for 2020 has been not becoming overwhelmed with balancing all of my creative, professional, and personal pursuits, which then lead to self-sabotaging and then like not accomplishing the goals that I've set forth. With this channel, I very much focus on well-rounded wellness, and I say that to say that, again, wellness is not solely aesthetic. It is not solely the things that are pretty and beautiful, but it's also like, are you eating foods that are good for your body? Are you eating foods that also bring you joy? Are you having company that brings you joy and that fuels you? Are you enacting discipline for your financial pursuits? Which you will see in another episode. If you go check out my video on how I raise my credit score, you will see what I'm talking about when I say well-rounded wellness in a financial capacity. But are you being informed with your financial self and with your the way that you are speaking to yourself? That's a part of this. Like a part of it is watching videos, like I said in my previous video on It's Okay to Be Afraid and March Motivation, but like watching videos, listening to podcasts, like how are you enacting a well-rounded self into your life instead of thinking that you only have to be one thing? Because we can easily accomplish being like efficient in business or efficient in our approach to academia, but then we like have horrible relationships or we have horrible, self-care. What can you do to try to kind of find a fluidity to move between those things? It's very difficult. It's not at all easy in any capacity, but just because you're winning in one area doesn't mean that you're okay in another. Like you can still make sure that you're taking care of yourself and you're capable of taking care of other people instead of just doing one or the other. Wellness is being disciplined and realistic. It is being gentle and assertive. It is being calm and determined. There are ways to find balances between all of these things. It just takes a necessary step back, like taking a step back from yourself to say like, okay, I'm going to start to do the work. And this is what the work will look like for me. It might not look the same for someone else, but this is what it looks like for me. And that's all I need to do to start. That's all I need to know to start. You just need to start. The third step that I'm sharing with you guys for combating self-sabotage is to pause. Self-sabotage does not occur from some external source or from somewhere else, or else it would not be called self-sabotage. Self-sabotage happens from something within you. It occurs from an action that you choose to take that then deters you from your ultimate goals. One of the best things to do in these moments when you feel you are about to make a decision that is not in favor of your ultimate goals or in favor of yourself is to just take a minute and pause. Think about what you're thinking about and think about what it is you're about to do. Sometimes our decisions get in the way because they are habits that have been built up over time. Accomplishing a new goal or creating a new way of thinking is really to confront your old habits and your old behaviors, to recognize that they no longer serve you, and then to create new patterns and new behaviors that best assist your new goal. If we can start to pause to change these habits, then we have begun the difficult process of accomplishing these goals and leaning towards our growth. The fourth step is to envision the success. So I have a lot of fitness goals that I want to accomplish this year. If you also have fitness goals, you can check out the link. I will have it pop up on the screen for my leg day workout. And stay tuned for future fitness episodes because I go to the gym. But I have a lot of fitness goals for this year, and before I make the decision to do something that could potentially sabotage a fitness goal, because like with fitness, you can't necessarily just say like, I'm going to eat all kinds of junk and then expect my body to look or perform a certain way. I just ate these. I'm just saying. I just had these. They're amazing. They're delicious. My professor bought these for me because I like milk chocolate, not dark. But I only had a few. And by a few, I mean 4. I will not have any more. We're not self-sabotaging today. Okay, back to what I was saying. Envisioning the success. So envisioning success will help you see the long-term goal, like see the ultimate thing that it is that you want to do or that you want to be. My current goal within fitness is to like tone and to refine and to also work on my like agility and my strength and my flexibility. So I have to fuel my body appropriately to do so. Hence, not having too many peanut butter cups. But keeping the end goal in mind and pausing as you recall that end goal can really help you not make a decision to self-sabotage. To give you another example, yesterday I did not feel like making myself lunch. I thought like, oh, I'll just go to work. I'll just come, eat when I come home. It's fine. It wasn't fine. So I had to really take a minute, pause, remember my long-term goal of, having financial freedom, my long-term goal of having these, these fitness goals, whatever, and just say like, okay, Ashley, like you have an extra 20 minutes. Make yourself something to eat for lunch so you don't wind up going to Chipotle again. So I took a minute, made myself some lunch, and that's what I ate was chicken, spinach, and rice, and with some teriyaki sauce, plenty of sauce, because that helps align with my goals. I have saved my money. I have eating food that's been cooked at home. And so I am not doing something that is going to sabotage the long-term self. I also had an ice cream sandwich yesterday. So in that, there's a give and take. You don't have to be so forceful and so rigid with yourself. There should be room for flexibility, but ultimately don't sabotage what it is that you know you want. Because I know in this, with success in mind, I know I cannot be the only thing preventing me from having what it is that I want. The fifth and final step for this video is to reflect for the future and practice grace. You have to be patient with yourself. You have to be kind with yourself, and reflecting on moments where you have self-sabotage in the past can be very beneficial because it can show you what to not do for the future. But you also have to remember to not do too much reflection, because that can also become very toxic to yourself. You can start to just like get trapped up in your mind, and I know I do. I've had moments where I've done that. And so like really, again, taking a minute and saying pause, like we're not going to keep doing this, that can be really, really helpful. It can really be easy to get wrapped up in a self-deprecating narrative that constantly has you like discounting your worth and your value, and leaves you stuck in the very place that you're looking to get out of. And you can become someone like moving in quicksand as opposed to being fluid and moving in water. And if your goal is to be more fluid, you have to find a way to say like, okay, I'm reflecting on what I could have done better. I didn't do it, and I will do it next time. And leaving it at that. Like, don't stay in that place. Don't beat yourself up. Don't self-sabotage by trying to not self-sabotage. Yes, assess yourself, but also be gentle with yourself. Remember that we are all human, and we are all growing and learning, and we are trying to do this day by day. It is not something that will happen overnight. It is not something that might even happen at the conclusion of this video, but it is something that you're working towards, and you are actively taking the steps to get there, and that is what you should be proud of. So those are 5 tips for combating self-sabotage. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section below of what you enjoyed. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye. Peace.